Hey guys, so I recently tried adding an MCP with 280 tools, and cursor bonked because of tool overload. Look at this, exceeding tools limit. We can't even do more than 40 tools. So we all know that better tool use happens when you limit the set of tools available and you provide the right context around tool use. So this is why we ended up creating Toolprint to solve it for ourselves. So the Toolprint demo environment here has 9 remote MCPs and over 70 tools. If we tried binding this to cursor right now, it would bonk the same way as it did before. So instead, we're going to run the Toolprint MCP server. We're going to flip it on over here. And the Toolprint MCP server exposes 10 meta tools instead of the 70 or so before. So the key meta tools are search tools, call tool, and annotate tool. So let's search for the best Supabase tool to execute queries. So it looks like it's going to search for the tool here. Nice. And it looks like it has found some Supabase tools to help with our search. Let's run this too. Great. Now, even though it picked the right tool, it turns out that tool use still is kind of slow and sucks because the default MCP tool descriptions aren't enough, and we end up having to do multiple tool calls in order to actually do what we want to do. So it's trying to find the Supabase project ID here. Okay, wonderful. So now we know our Supabase project, and now it's actually trying to call execute SQL tool. Okay, so great. Even though it picked the right tool, it turns out that the tool use is still slow because it had to go through that first step. So let's improve this. Let's actually add a note to our execute SQL tool so that when we're searching for order-related data, it always uses the same project. Cool. Now it looks like it's going to add a little note. Amazing. Let's save this. Okay, so now let's start with a completely clean session with 0 context, and let's try that again. Now, hopefully this time, it doesn't have to do that first tool call, and it can just short circuit to the exact thing we're looking for. And here's our AI note from before. And amazing. Now it's using that information to actually populate the right project ID. That's it. We're done.